It's a beautiful day out here at Wixom Lake. It's about 20 some degrees, sunny, a rare occurrence for this time of year. Let's go see what these contractors are up to. So let's just get right into it. This morning I was taking my dog out for a little bathroom break and I heard some noise coming from the other main part of the lake on the Tittabawassee side. And I had seen some pictures on Facebook last week, so I decided to take my drone up and see what I can see. Right as I was coming up here, you can see I saw this off-road truck, this Cat off-road truck crossing the river. I was a little surprised by that. I thought the river would have been a little bit deeper, but you can see it just was maybe just a foot or two deep. And he was able to cross no problem. And they would have had to cat all of their equipment. So that dozer that you see there sitting on the ledge, and I believe that's a Cat 336 excavator. They would have had to cat both of those across the river as well. I don't think there would have been an access point from what is the east side of the Tit River, which they're on now. So you can see he's dumping what looks like topsoil there for the excavator. And the excavator is doing what I think this is some kind of erosion control, drainage, environmental type package. I don't know if it was issued by the Four Lakes Task Force or this was something that came out through the state. I have no idea. Couldn't find anything out there online. Obviously, if anyone knows anything, please share. We'd love to know. Here you can see that topsoil. He's backfilling something there. And here's the off-road truck crossing the road. Crossing the river. And for those who aren't aware, this is Fisher Contracting. They're based in Midland, Michigan, about 20 or 30 miles to the south of this site right here. And if you're wondering, this is about half a mile south of the SD Road Bridge on the Tittabawassee side of Wixom. Today is February 2nd. I took this footage just a little bit earlier. Again, Fisher Contracting out of Midland, Michigan. They're also doing some work on the south end of the lake. I believe they're demoing or removing the tobacco dam, or doing some work down there, and they're also rebuilding the M30 bridge. So they've been scooping up a lot of packages, bid packages involved with this whole project. And you can see here, this off-road truck's going to back right up into where this Komatsu excavator, not sure which model number, is going to load him with some topsoil. And you can see they graded a pretty big area up into this berm for what looks like topsoil. For the best price you can get of free, rather than bringing it all in and paying for it, for some of this erosion control. So I get a good bit of video here of this off-road truck getting loaded. It's a Hyundai, not a Komatsu. I misspoke. Asian excavator. I believe it's a 380. What does that say? I'm not sure. I got a little bit closer to the operator and to the equipment than, 380L. I got pretty close to the operator and the equipment while they were loading the truck here. And I think the excavator operator there, as you can see him looking at me there, I think he points the stick at me as to either back up or get away or something. I don't know if I was distracting them or they thought that my 12-ounce drone was going to destroy some of their big iron. I don't know. But nonetheless, I don't know. Maybe they were just annoyed. Getting a lot of attention out there. So back behind them, you can see the access road that they've built along, I believe, what is Lake Drive. That's where they would have mobilized all their equipment into. Believe me, that is not a great road to bring equipment in and out of. My uncle has a cabin down on that road, and it's tight. I can't imagine what bringing a couple low boys through there would feel like. It's tough enough to get a pickup with jet skis through there.
Maybe they just catted their equipment in from the road. I'm not sure. But nonetheless, the off-road truck here is almost topped off. And this is what these off-road trucks are built for. If you aren't familiar with this type of equipment, it's pretty common to see owners take these off-road trucks just through some terrible conditions. They get the heck beat right out of them. There you go. There's the operator pointing the stick at me. Looking, I don't know if that was pointed at me or he's just trying to get a look. He swung the cab around at me, and back up a little bit, try and get a good shot of this off-road truck crossing. There's a better look at their site too. I go over there later in the video and show you what all of the equipment they have mobilized onto the site. They've got a little trailer over there and some other small equipment that they would have been using, a couple smaller off-road trucks. And I'm not sure if those are, I believe those are big sheets of plywood they have down on the ground. I'm not sure what that is that the off-road truck is driving over. I'm not sure also if they have anything in the river itself. I would imagine that environmentally it's not that big of a deal. Who knows, maybe they had to draw some special permits to do this, but nonetheless, for the little itty bit of hydraulic oil or diesel fuel or whatever that they would spill in the river, it would be nothing compared to a 4th of July weekend of intoxicated people spilling fuel and God knows what else into the lake. So I don't think it's that big of a deal, but like I said, these trucks are built for that. So here he comes again. I'm going to back in while that excavator operator cleans up some of the soil that he had brought before. Looks cozy in the cab. Guy's just wearing a t-shirt, it looks like. It was a nice warm day out there today. It was in the 30s. I said 20s earlier in the video, but it had warmed up. By this point in the day, it was probably above freezing. And, what's interesting, this time of year, Fisher, usually they probably have a lot of their guys laid off. They do a lot of heavy highway work and other things. So maybe this is right up their alley. They don't have to lay guys off and make a little money in the wintertime, which is abnormal. It's also interesting that they were able to undertake such a big dirt project in the dead of winter. We've had snow on the ground here in Gladwin County for about upwards of a month, maybe going on 2 months now. But I don't think the frost has been driven very deep into the ground. There's people digging all over the Tri-Cities. I just saw what looked like a basement going in Bay City. Pretty abnormal for this time of year in this part of the country. And there you go. Excavator operator cleaning up a little bit more of the topsoil. And I don't know the exact name of this cut or what exactly this is, but I pan out here and show there's some really nice homes over here. And again, this is on the east side. I'm not sure what road you would access that off of. And here's a better view of the site. So it looks like they have some stone on site for that runoff. Looks like they have some mats, some timber mats. I think that's what that is. In case it gets too soft. I would imagine they want to get out of here before the thaw, I would imagine, but I have no idea. Yeah, it looks to be over an acre, maybe 2 acres graded. Right here on the west side of the river. Here you go. Here's our buddy, the excavator operator, getting ready to load that off-road truck again. And here's another look at the site. So they've got 2 mini off-road trucks, a small loader, a mini excavator, a mini job trailer, and a skid steer, a small snowmobile trailer. I'm assuming they would call that a job trailer, or a project trailer or something like that. An excavator that's sitting idle. A big off-road truck there you saw, and a couple bigger excavators, medium-sized excavators. The Hyundai 380 and the Cat 336 I would consider medium-sized excavators. And then they had that medium-sized Komatsu dozer sitting over there on the berm. So here we go. One last pass through the river. My drone battery. My drone was almost a mile away from me while I was flying it, so I didn't want to run the battery too far down just to make sure I could get it home. There you go. There's your thumbnail picture right there. Anyways, enjoy the rest of the video, guys. I'm out. Please like and subscribe if you haven't already for more Wixom content. I live up here on the lake, so I try to post as much as I can. Have a great day.